So EcoFlow contacted me to see if I wanted to review this robotic lawnmower. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. They did send it to me for review, but no funds were exchanged. Yeah, I just don't do that. And this keeps it all totally unbiased. And that way you can see the true opinion. Yeah, because there is some good things and there are some bad things about this first jump into the robotic lawnmower realm for them. Now, of course, you'll find all the chapters down below, the links down below. If you want to snag one or whatever, you want to find out more information, you'll find all that down below. Just jump to whatever chapter you want to see because, yeah, things can get boring as, I don't know, maybe talk too much sometimes. Now, the cool thing about it, there's no buried wires, meaning I know some of the other lawnmowers that, automatically do the thing. You had to put a wire all around the perimeter of the yard. Well, this works off of GPS, and you just basically show it with manual control of the app, and you show it where you want it to mow, and then you show it where you don't want to mow. Now, with the GPS thing, it needs to have good GPS signal. The problem with that I found is power's next to the house, but GPS signal's not near the house, right? So they do give you a long cord. You got to get creative and figure out how you can get power out to the base station away from the house, as well as place that GPS antenna that connects to the base station. One thing it does have, and I did try it out, is that it does have an LTE module in it. And mine actually shows it's connected to T-Mobile. And that's for like theft protection. But I kind of have a thing about if someone took the mower, well then it could be blacklisted from being on the app, but they're not going to go, oh, well, I can't use it in the app. I'm going to give you back your lawnmower. They're just going to turn it off and put it somewhere or toss it out in the trash. So you're not going to get your mower back. It's a good idea, I guess, given the price of this. Now, I did see the price was like around $2,500, $2,600. And then you add the sweeper. So yeah, the price can get up there, but it's right in that line of several other lawnmowers that don't even have GPS. So I kind of get where they're marketing this in the price realm of things. It's not going to cut a big, tall yard. It's going to be a yard that you cut and then it maintains it. So you may want to have it cut like 2 or 3 times a week, and then it will just keep it at that height all the time. Now, the only thing I did find, I did have to babysit it in some ways, but I have some weird stuff in my backyard. But if you have a really simple front yard, backyard that's just squared off with nothing really in it, it'll probably do great. So I did try it out in my front yard, but the problem I had was just due to the sidewalk difference. From the sidewalk is lower than the grass. Once it fell off in the sidewalk, it couldn't get back up. So I was limited on what I could do in my front yard. I just really been using it in my backyard, but then having the pool in the middle, there's not a whole lot to cut, but we're still able to test and mow a good bit. I mowed like every day in the backyard. What is it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, it's
a
robotic lawn.
It's a robotic lawnmower.
Really? Look, it definitely comes in the package. I guess they're shooting more for, I guess, in stores and stuff, type of packaging. So it makes sense there. I think they want to call it EcoFlow, but I just want to say EcoFlow. I don't know. What you think the name is?
I don't even know what it is.
It says ECO Flow. How would you say it? How about we just call it ECO Flow?
That's a long name.
I know, it's a long name. Man, we got to hurry. It's going to get dark soon, bro. You better mow some grass with this. Because the grass, it could be mowed over there. How many of these have you unboxed before?
A lot.
A lot of these lawnmowers?
No, that's the next one.
Uh-oh, that's the base. Got that base.
We don't actually know how big this is going to
I
be.
have no idea.
Yep.
Let's not break anything because we only got one.
That's the charging port.
Yeah.
Let's get it on this ground.
I guess we'll put it right there.
How about we put it right here?
Yeah, we'll put it right there for now. It got to be level, but we'll figure it out.
This is where this baby's coming in.
What the heck is that? Oh, that must be for the wires or something, some stakes. Don't take all those out. This is the antenna. I think it's like the GPS or GNSS. What is that? We don't need that.
There's bolts in there.
Oh, that's just the manual, right?
No, there's not bolts. There's like screw things.
Oh, the tools.
Yeah. What is this?
That's the antenna, I think. You're supposed to put it in the yard.
Have a sword fight.
No, let's not do that. Because then they don't send replacements for sword fighting.
Yep.
So, cables.
We need to get into
A2.
We need to get into this.
That looks like something you'd lift weights with, huh? Like they got half of it.
Oh, yeah. We need another weight.
Okay, put that over there. And this is another wire. This is the spike. Man, look at that, bro. Look, they got the caps over it so you don't poke yourself. That goes in the ground. Okay, let's.
And it's a holder.
Got some screws for something. Let's pull this part out.
Let's see under this baby.
Hold up, look that flap right there.
Ah.
Hold on.
Oh. This is a big remote control car.
That is pretty cool, huh? Huh.
Let's get it out. This thing's heavy. It can mow the lawn. It can mow the lawn.
It's pretty cool looking.
Let's see what's under here.
I guess it's only gonna be clean this one time, right?
Yep.
The wheels I thought were weird. I saw in some of the little videos I think they had from CES, and like these spin. It couldn't really tell, but it looked like those were just like little rubber pieces. But
Where's the remote control?
I guess it'll.
Where's the remote control?
It's on the app, Owen.
Oh.
There's no remote control. They're supposed to just do it automatically. So that was what I was wondering. Like, how is it gonna go? So you got grippy tires. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Seeing if it moves though.
I did. So you've got a power button. I guess that's play and home. And I'm not, that doesn't peel. Don't peel it off. So that's pretty cool. You got a handle. You got a handle on the back. Don't turn it on just yet, bub. Let's look at the blade on the bottom. Oh, that's interesting. That kind of that twist right there.
Where?
Like right here. I think you see that. See
Oh,
that
yeah.
twist? So like this one, it's got different bumps and whatnot. Let's lift it up. I want to see on the bottom. No. So the blades are, I don't know. This looks like some thin plastic. I'm not sure. And then they just screwed some razor blades to this thing. I mean, I guess that's easy to replace the blades if you need to, but
That's how you lawn.
I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I was impressed with everything else until I saw the blades on the bottom, but I'm gonna hold reservation until I actually see what it cuts. What you think about it now?
This is where it cuts.
Yeah, be careful. Don't cut your finger on that, dude. So then they got the charging plates right here that matches up. Nothing else really on the bottom. So it looks like on the side, it's spring loaded.
EcoFlow.
That's what you call it, EcoFlow too?
Yeah.
I think the real name is EcoFlow, but it just sounds like EcoFlow. It rolls off the tongue better, right?
Echo.
Like echo. I'm sure we're setting everybody's echoes off. But I don't know. out of its way. I tried over here. It doesn't want to transition from the concrete to the grass. It's just too great for it. So I figured I had to make different work areas, but I can't get this square over there, nor am I going to be able to really get that square over there. They only allow you to make 2 working areas. So I was able to do this one and then this one. It wraps around the side here. Yeah, the transition is just too much for between the sidewalk and the grass for it to transition up to it. Otherwise I would just include the sidewalk, I guess make it mow the sidewalk, but whatever. Like you can see, it just decided to drive through the rock bed here. I don't even have this mapped. I mapped it on the grass over here, but decided to drive through and then almost got stuck. But yeah, so it gets offset sometimes, and I guess that's just due to the GPS. Like, even though I did map this whole section in here, I went like over here and then around here through there, it still didn't mow this section here. As you can see, it's just decided to skip it, and I have run it twice. So the mapping is definitely needs some work combined with the GPS signal stuff, because it skips a lot. Let's see if it'll do the channel. It's supposed to go through right here. It's doing okay. And then it's supposed to map this square, I guess mow this square, and see how it does. Yep, seems to be doing okay. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Yep, it fell off the grass. We'll see if it can get back up by itself. It's stuck. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it'll get back up and get back in the square somehow. We'll see how smart it is. We'll see. Gonna fall off again? Definitely gotta babysit this thing. Which is not really the point, I guess, of automated mowing. Well, that ain't no good. Come out here and see the thing detach by itself, even though it was screwed on. I thought that was kind of suspect that it only had just one little screw that went in here and then tried to hold on, and all that weight. It looks like it pulled the connector out. Yeah. Well, won't be using the sweeper anymore. It disassembled itself. I don't even have these in the map. I don't know why it decides, because this is a no-go thing. It decides to go over here and then rut up the yard. Definitely takes a lot of babysitting with this thing. For wear and tear on this is, yeah, I did flip you. Is I noticed the blades have already had a little bit of wear for, I think I've been using it for a week now, maybe a little more. And I guess that's due to the way it spins, probably counterclockwise. It seems like they should have a feature, because it doesn't really matter the direction of this little disc. Should have a feature that would allow the blade to turn the other way, so you could use the other side instead of having to flip them around, or maybe you could drill a hole and put flip this blade around. They don't have that feature, but it seems like just a software fix would do that. Now, I did notice there's a little play now in this hub, and I did take it off, and it seems to be the actual shaft itself. I'm not sure if that's part of the typical break-in or just too much wear and tear for some reason on this. So it seems to be nothing else really that has really started to wear out quickly in this, except this little thing I noticed here. So one thing it needs is a feature where it will mow like this and then come back and do like this, like a crosshatch style, and that way it would catch all the little strips it misses in the middle on a second pass. I wish they would add that as a software feature in the future. So, should you buy one? Did I like it? I can't say I'm really a fan at this point. It's took a lot of babysitting. It ruts up the yard a good bit. It gets stuck in weird spots. I have some no-go zones set. It kept getting stuck on my drain even though there was a no-go zone set there. The blades I'm not too much of a fan for. I get a lot of wear and tear. This is really just running just a week, and I'm already looking at the blades, and I don't know if they're really working that well, and it started making louder noises from day to day. And it looked like the shaft was kind of wearing or maybe breaking in. I'm not exactly sure. So it became, honestly, more trouble than it's worth for me. Because at this point, now maybe if I could have it mow my front yard, if they do add more maps, it's just in my backyard, it's not that great. There's just too many weird things. It's not like a rectangle style backyard. Now, the front yard is more of a rectangle style, but then I got the sidewalks and it can't get from the sidewalk to the grass. So I can only mow like half the yard. It did pretty decent there, but just for me and my setup, it's just not, it's not going to work well. Now, if I had a yard that I was thinking like at my mom's place, there's no fence, I could just keep it out the pond. It could go from the front yard to the backyard. It'd be fairly simple. It'd probably work great in that type of yard. But you do need to kind of keep an eye on it if, you kind of have it run from time to time, because I couldn't find it would send me notifications on the app and say whether it's stuck or whatever. Just had to go and look. And now there is one thing on the app, you do need to be in Bluetooth range, and I didn't really like that because hey, if I'm gone, I can't see what's going on with the mower, so I guess you really need to be home. And how would it know if you'd be home? But I don't know if they allow any tie-ins for API to see if you're home or not. So, but that's about it for this one. I'm sure you'll see a ton of B-roll clips I did and took and everything, and it's pretty slick, but I really want to see what they come up with in the later software, hopefully, or the 2.0 version of the hardware. It's definitely a good start, I'll say. That's it for this one. Y'all press all them buttons, and y'all take care. Did hit the phone.